Hello trail travelers, it's Carrie and Katerina coming to you, and we are getting ready to hit Miller Rock. Now the entrance is right here. You got a house here, you got a house here, you got a house back there, and you have this little trail that leads up to the main trail. So it is in between these. Look for this address, 2025. And that's where you're gonna cut in here and go on back. So we're getting all of our stuff ready, we're airing down, and we're gonna go hit Miller Rock. So stay right there. We'll be right back. We are starting off. We got everybody rolling now. And this is pretty narrow. It's not as narrow as we've seen on places like Benson Cabin, but it's still pretty narrow area here. But you do start off looking like you're driving into someone's driveway, so that's kind of a weird way of getting started. But we'll get going here and see what Miller Rock is all about. It's supposed to be a fairly difficult trail, not super hard, but we wanted to try and hit it before there was too much snow, and we'll see what it's all about. I'm looking forward to it. It's something we haven't done before.
Already?
Okay, we got a nice steep turn here. Little climb. This might be a little tippy, I thought, maybe. No, not bad at all. But there are some spots along the trail where you do get, you definitely get a little sideways on some of the spots. We'll see how tippy we get right here. 24, 25. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. I like that. Well, we're having some fun already. Starts off pretty nice. There's some good obstacles, some nice roots. You definitely want to make sure you've got your sway bar disconnected so that you can go over this stuff nice and smooth. But so far, this is pretty fun. It is a little gnarly. Look at this rock climb right here. So, definitely a ton of fun. Wow, we're having a blast. I mean, we're just feeling like we're just getting started, and it's one fun obstacle after another. Now, I would definitely put this on the around 5 right now, and I still think, you know, if you're picking some good lines, you can probably do this in a stock Rubicon. You probably want at least 33s or 35s coming through here, but it remains to be seen.
There was an option to go around to get it easy.
There was?
You guys went to the right, but to the left it was easier part.
Oh.
So.
But this is, I mean, it's pretty fun. Everyone is commenting on how cool these obstacles are already. So hopefully this continues and it just becomes a really nice place. But I'm absolutely digging it so far, and we have a beautiful day. Somehow we get so lucky all the time. It is 41 degrees. We have a beautiful clear sky. The sky is super blue, and it is going to be just an awesome day. Now, in terms of where this is located, we're about 10 minutes from the trailhead for Bunce School Road. So we're about 18 miles outside of Lyons, and we're over by Allenspark. So if that kind of gives you an idea of where this trail is. And I never hear anyone talking about this. I never have heard it on Facebook. I've never heard anyone mention this trail at all. And we found it by just poking around in the Trails Off-Road app like we normally do. And it seems pretty cool. This next part is, I mean, it's nice. It's kind of a smoother, sandy surface with some of these roots sticking up, give you a little bouncy every once in a while, but fairly smooth. Unlike a lot of the trails that we go on that are just so rocky and they just bounce you all over the place, this is kind of going from, right now, obstacle to obstacle with kind of some smooth surface in between. At least so far. You know, this could all change. I mean, we are in the Rocky Mountains, and this isn't much different from some of the other trails in this area that we've been on, but it has a really different vibe to it, which is kind of cool. And you know, right now we're all really digging this. It's definitely been a good call so far, and we're only on the first of the 4 different spurs on it. So we'll coming up to an intersection up here, and we got to make a decision which way to go. It's all out and back, out and back, out and back. So as soon as we get to the intersection up here, we'll figure out what our next move is going to be, and we'll go from there. 4. Okay, we're going to come up on the intersection here, and we are going to make a right, and we're going to follow the Trails Off-Road directions. So we'll see what's up ahead here. Right now we're coming up on a climb here with some snow, and give it gas so it helps distribute the power so I don't get slippy at all. And yeah, look at this, we're climbing right up, a little power to get over some rocks, and no problem at all. This one's got some whoops, some dips, some rocks, and some other fun little obstacles. We are absolutely digging Miller Rock so far. I think one of the coolest things about Miller Rock so far is this trail doesn't beat you up. You're going from obstacle to obstacle, and yes, there's some big rocks, and yes, there's some roots sticking out that you got to climb over, but the rest of it, I mean, look at this surface. It's almost like a sand, and it's really comfortable to drive on. So you're just not getting thrashed like you do on places that just are nothing but rock beds. So for that, I'm really liking the trail because it just makes it a lot more of a pleasant experience. I mean, and yeah, we are aired down like we normally would be, but this is fairly comfortable driving. So this is Miller Rock. Should be pretty obvious on the map when you get to it. And this is a great spot to stop, have lunch, get yourself turned around. Now you can continue on past this, but it's pretty narrow, and when you get to the end, there's really no good spot for a handful of vehicles to turn around. So I mean, we took one vehicle up just to see what was up there, and it wasn't really worth trying to get everyone else back there. But this Miller Rock area, super cool. Go exploring, do a little rock, climbing and stuff. Really fun. But there's enough spot here for maybe 6 or 7 vehicles to stop and have lunch. So for us, it was perfect timing, and we hit this right at noon. So very happy that we decided to give it a stop here. But we're going to get turned around and keep going on the Miller Rock Trail. Past our little traffic jam, which fortunately was right at the intersection, and we went to the right. You can just stay on here and it'll loop you all the way back around, but when we get down to the bottom, we're going to take another trail off to our right. So this is all shown on the Trails Off-Road app, So we're just kind of following their waypoints, and it's a good way of doing it. But you're going to go in and back, or out and back, out and back, out and back, and then back out to the beginning. So it's kind of like doing 3 different trails. So far, it's a lot of fun, and we still have more ahead of us. So can't wait to see what else we're going to run into on this trail. Swing around, there are going to be 2 trails right there. So we're taking 252. And then when we're going to come back, we're going to take the next one. So we're going to go all the way out. We're going to come back on this trail, take the next trail up and back. So this one is 252, and we'll see what this one is all about. But again, there's supposed to be some obstacles along the way. Should be a lot of fun. We've got a little descent here on some rocks. Not bad. Just kind of cruising down in manual 1. Okay, this looks like one of the more difficult obstacles along the trail. So I'm going to try and hug it left. And then when I get to these big boulders, I want to drive on the rocks. I don't want to try and drive over them. I want to put my tires on the rocks so that I have as much clearance as possible. Yeah, that felt pretty good. The second part of the big obstacle here. And we're just going to take it nice and easy going down. Yes. Wow, that was fun. Got up to a 28-degree roll. Whenever you're ready.
That's vicious.
Driver. Yep. What a ton of fun that obstacle is. That's definitely taking it high up on the difficulty scale. If that's a little much for you, then you can just bypass, just not go on this particular part of the trail, because that's really tippy. I hit 28 degrees on the roll, which is kind of freaky when there's a cliff right there, but it was so much fun. Everybody did a great job. Nobody was scraping on anything. We did an excellent job of spotting for each other. This is what we live for. Just a tremendous amount of fun today on Miller Rock. This segment here is definitely the hardest of the different spurs. You are going to do some sliding over some rocks. You're going to get really tippy, but it's not extreme. It feels like it and it looks like it, and I hope it's going to make for some great video, but it's not as bad as it seems at first glance. and we've come down to the end of this section. I think this is where we're going to turn around and go back. No, we keep going. No, we keep going. Got kind of a rough spot right here. It's not too bad. Fortunately, it's on, we don't have really much snow, which is good for this time of year. I mean, we're only a week away from Christmas, and this should be impassable right now. But being able to come up here, no other real people. I mean, we did see those other 3 vehicles back there, but yeah, it's pretty isolated, very quiet, and oh man, look at this, more rocks. Now, not only are we having a lot of fun going over this stuff, and this is right up our alley in terms of, what we like to do, what we have fun doing. It's not, the epic views that we also enjoy, but it is some really, really fun obstacles. But we're gonna get to the end, turn around, and we have to go right back through it again. So it's like 2 for the price of 1 on this trail. Big rocks, boulders, roots, ruts, whoops. This trail kind of has it all.
Yeah, not sandy anymore.
No, there's not a lot of sand, but even just the regular trail here is still much smoother than we're used to in these areas.
Oh, now we have sandy area.
Yeah, look at this. We're back on a nice, smooth surface here. Oh, smacked the camera, but it didn't move. We're good. Look at this view. This is absolutely incredible. We have such a beautiful day today. Let me get the other camera out here. Look at this awesome view. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous view today. Now, as you can see, this trail can be a little difficult to see at times. It's pretty easy to find yourself off the trail, or even worse, miss the turn that you're supposed to do. And we actually did that. We missed a turn, and I'm going to show you where it is up ahead. But when you miss that, it's going to just keep you going, and all of a sudden you're going to end up at back where you were about 10-15 minutes out of your way. This is not the spot, but it does look like that's one way to turn, but that's not correct. The correct way is going to be up ahead a little bit, and we're going to make a right-hand turn. And I'll show you exactly where that's going to be. So right here, we're going to hang a right and continue on the trail. Otherwise, if you keep going straight, you're just going to loop right back around to another spot back on the trail. And now we're on our way back to the central hub, and we get to go back up that cool obstacle. So we're coming back to that really big obstacle that we all went down, and now we get to go back up it, which should be every bit as fun. It wasn't as bad as it originally looked, but we'll get some footage of everybody going back up because that was super cool.
Was right before the river. I think Dana said hi to it too. Yeah, but I get stopped me.
Watch my Tippy. Keep it straight. Yeah, up and in it. You're gonna come up on your right. Go a little on the passenger side. Yep. You're gonna come up again. Go a little faster. Nice. Good. If you roll, it'll make the highlight video. We are back at the main intersection, and we're gonna get ourselves turned a little bit because it's kind of a sharp turn here. And we're gonna hit the final spur of Miller Rock. And as you'll see here, there's a sign that says 523. Now, my understanding is this one is easier than the last one we just did, but you never know. We're gonna find out. Hopefully we can make some decent time through here because it is 2:43. It's gonna get dark a little after 4 o'clock. I mean, we all have really, really good lights, so if we have to come out in the dark, it's not gonna be that big of a deal, but we'll see. But it's gonna be worth trying and checking out. A little ways in, and we've got some little baby whoops with some ruts sticking out. Nothing that's really going to slow you down too much. There's no real big rock sticking out yet. Now, looking at the map, it did look like this possibly was the longest of the spurs, but I just think because of a lower difficulty, it might be fairly quick to go through. But you never know. I don't know how long it's been since this trail was updated, but we'll find out. It's the beauty of exploring back here. Okay, you're going to see this sign for 523B. Do not take that. You want to stay on 523. 523B is a road. You can take it, but it's going to dead end fairly quickly. So not really, you know, if you're trying to do Miller Rock, then you're going to want to stay on this side of it. But if you're trying to find a camp spot, that may be a good one to go check out. Okay, it looks like there's going to be another intersection here. We want to make sure we go to the right spot, which I think is going to be, that's a dead end. So we're going to turn on 523C. I don't think I'm going to make it. Okay. There we got turned. All right, now we're continuing on 523C. Well, we're working our way out of this last spur. I mean, it's fun. It's worth going down. It's definitely not as hard as the last one was, but I think this whole area is just great. Now, we did hit it at about 10 o'clock in the morning, and it is now coming up on 3:30. So it is a nice long day of wheeling. That's for sure. We got some beautiful light coming through here with the dust and the sun rays. Really beautiful as we work our way out of Miller Rock. We got some wind kicking up a little bit, but not too bad. I mean, we are kind of up. We're at about 8,500 feet, so it's to be expected a little bit. It's still 41 degrees, so we've had the same temperature all day. That's really nice. And in a few minutes, we'll be back to the main intersection where we can then turn and head out. Just about out to the street. Now we got to find a place to air up. Josh has already hit pavement and he says there's enough room there for us all, so hopefully he's got a good spot for us. We can put some air in the tires and head home. All right, that was Miller Rock. That was fun. That was an awesome trail. We all had a blast. We're out here, we're airing up. Everyone had a great time, and we all agree this was a phenomenal trail. I wish I had known about this before. Tremendous amount of fun, great obstacles, nothing that was too crazy, but it looks it, which is really fun. So if you enjoyed the video, I really hope so, because we really enjoyed this trail. So for all of us at Trail Traveler, to all of you, stay safe out there.